lovey-doveyness, I guess, in those songs, but not like anger and angst. Do you think teenagers now have anger and angst songs? I guess they must have emo if they want it.
Yeah,
That must be
but
new emo.
I think it's like, or I mean, at least a few years ago, I think if I like polled my students on this they would be it would be like SoundCloud rappers who like take a bunch of like Xanax and stuff, and then just have like mumble rap.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's big.
that's kind of like the angsty thing.
That's big now.
I Yeah, or
Mumble
I don't
rap.
know, has been. Yeah. Um. All right. So should we get on with the songs?
Uh, yes. Go to the next one. Jagged Little Pill. We're done with you.
Okay. Um. Skip down a little bit. All right. The next one that seemed to have a kind of a multiple week stay was so we have the first appearance of I think several coming up here of Bush.
Oh,
With Come Down.
really?
Yes.
Glycerine and Come Down and stuff. Okay, this is a band
Uh,
I never got into.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
did you have this album?
definitely wore this CD out. I mean, looking back at it, it's kind of standard. I feel like I might have some weird Bush takes where like some of their later albums that were definitely not popular at all. I don't know.
She kept with them. I didn't know
I
that about
didn't.
you. You were a big Bush. You're a big fan of Bush.
I mean, never went to a show or anything.
You
I
never
don't
went to
know.
a show.
I don't know how big of a
Gavin. That guy's name's
Gavin
Gavin, right?
Rossdale.
Gavin
Yeah.
Rossdale, not Gavin DeGraw.
No,
Different dude.
different dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that much to say about Come Down. Yeah,
Come Down. Not a big song for me.
yeah, it was a big deal for a little bit, but it wasn't my favorite Bush song. So, um, moving along. Next one is Goo Goo Dolls. Name.
Okay. All right. All
Travis
right.
has tape.
I'm a fan of that song. Okay, listen, that's a very fucking good song.
Mm,
it is. It is a very, like,
I didn't like it.
absolutely brilliantly, perfectly crafted song, and it got way over fucking played. Okay, I get it, and it's annoying, and that guy's frosted tips were probably annoying to people or whatever. Um, what's
Johnny
his Johnny
Johnny
Resnick,
Resnick.
right? And like, sure, like he probably got too popular or whatever. That band got too popular. This song is a good fucking song. It it is a very emotionally savvy song. Also, I'm gonna go. Here's another thing. City of Angels is that's a good movie.
Wow.
I don't know if I can actually get away with that because I haven't seen that movie in about 21 years. But I was a big fan of it. I think I
I
cried
think you,
when watching it. Meg
I
Ryan
think
is
you should.
amazing.
I think you should rewatch it like this weekend,
I should rewatch
and
it.
then I want you
A
to.
live stream
Yeah.
me rewatching it.
Yes.
I remember being, but I just really loved, I loved Nick Cage, and I love Meg Ryan. Is that who it is even?
Yeah,
It is okay, yeah.
and you
And she
love
dies at the
Johnny
end,
Resnick.
so I'm just gonna spoil it for everybody. That's tragic. That's a good song.
No, it's also
What do you think about that song? You hate it?
I, I I'm not gonna say that
Oh
I
no.
maybe didn't like crank up the Google Dolls in the car a little bit by myself every now and then, but I I don't know. That wasn't my favorite jam. Just
I'm not saying it's my favorite song. I'm saying that it is
I'm saying
a
I'm saying I didn't really like it.
yeah. Okay, that's fine. You just tried to tiptoe around saying you don't like it. Um, I'm sorry, but it's you don't have to like it. You have to. I just have to make my point that I think is a well crafted song
Yeah. Well, I mean, as the singer songwriter of the duo
of the two
here,
of us.
I know you have just a appreciation for some of these things that I don't. My
Um,
Philistine tastes.
you have really wonderful taste, Baker.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You got me on that one. This is just gonna keep going this way, isn't it? It's just over and over. You're gonna make me admit to loving these songs.
I mean, that
Wait,
was
okay.
basically my secret motivation behind all of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Did I have multiple Goo Goo Dolls albums? I had that one. Dizzy Up the Girl. Solid album.
Would you
I
like
don't
me
think I
to
ever got another one.
name some of their other? Check out the old
Well,
discography.
we're not on. Yeah, because Name is a great song
Oh
too.
goodness, their first studio album was in 1987. These guys were around
They
for
were
a
around
while
for a while.
before they. So these songs, the 1995 album was A Boy Named Goo, and
Hmm.
then Dizzy Up the Girl was 1998.
Yeah.
They then did not come out with another album till 2002's Gutter Flower.
Oh, I did not buy that one. I think I thought about it, but that was past the time. I'm
Oh,
sure I stole it off Kazaa or
it
something.
had Here Is Gone on it.
That's right.
It's a
Not a big song for me on that one. Here's
yeah.
Gone. Yeah, they were over to me. I think that song was wildly popular, right?
I feel like it had a moment. Yeah.
Um, uh, Boy Named Goo. I didn't own. I only owned Dizzy Up the Girl, so I wasn't a huge Goo Goo Dolls fan. I think I might have seen them live. Um, it's possible that they were the fifth band at that holiday hootenanny that we were just discussing.
Sounds about right. They're
Um,
also this is the first time on this chart that the song comes up later. It got knocked off the top spot
and then it got back.
non-consecutively. It got back 3 weeks later in late October of 1995. People just couldn't stay away from Name.
It's the movie. It's City of
It's just
Angels.
too damn good.
It's Nick
Um,
Cage. It's the power of Nick Cage.
yeah. So in between knocking that off was Hand in My Pocket by Alanis
Okay.
Morissette.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Presidents of the United States of America's Lump
That's a great
had
song.
a 1 week stint. Yes, my son has taken a shine to those guys.
Presidents of the United States.
Yeah,
Good kid. Great
there's
kid.
a teacher at well he's not there anymore, but at his daycare who uh, moonlights as a DJ, and they had like Friday dance parties, and he came home one Friday afternoon and said, "Can we please put that Peaches song on the
Peaches.
TV?" And I
Mm.
said, "Sure."
Chef's Kiss.
And then
Great song.
he really enjoyed the ninjas that came out later on in the video because
That's right.
dudes beating each other up. Love that kid loves to see it.
So does every little boy.
Yes.
Everything about beating each other up, that's little boy territory right there for sure.
Yeah. So
Um, Presidents. Wait, so Presidents of the United States. I recently completed making an all time countdown list. I don't know if I've ever shared any of these with you, but I have all time countdown lists for like 16 or 17 bands, where I listen to every song, even the new stuff, and then I
mm,
rank it from like in countdown format, like rank it from 1 to 50, and put all 50 songs in a playlist. And I had to, by the way, I do have a Better Than Ezra all time 50. That one was a
mm.
no doubter. But I had all those live albums. I don't have a live one. I have an all time countdown Green Day, and then the most recent one I did was all time countdown Presidents of the United States.
My goodness, with 50 songs.
It's got 50 songs on it. Yeah.
I'm going to guess I have not heard most of them.
No doubt. And I have a favorite Presidents of the United States song that isn't on that album, the self-titled album. It's called Bad Times, and it's on an album that came out in like 2016 or something.
I'll have to give it a listen.
No, 2008. The album is called These Are the Good Times, People, and the song is called Bad Times, and it's my favorite Presidents of the United States song. But Peaches was number 2.
Okay.
And Kick Out the Jams was right above that. That's a great Presidents of the United
Nice.
States song. It's a cover, though, so you can't have that be your favorite song by a band.
Yeah.
What do you actually like Peaches, or do you like Presidents of the United States? Obviously, you said you haven't listened to much of it.
Yeah, but I'd say this is not something not a band I've been listening to for the last 30 years.
Totally. They have a distinctive sound,
I
though.
kind of had forgotten about them.
I like them.
Yeah.
I recommend
Very
giving
cool.
more of their stuff a try. They keep the same sound forever.
Yeah, I guess I just really didn't realize they had been sticking around, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're still doing it. Yeah. What what next? What's after Presidents of the United States?
Well, so after Name comes back for like 3 or 4 more weeks. Wow.
Stupid. That's stupid. It's a good
It's
song.
a long run of Red Hot Chili Peppers, My Friends. Um, I know I'm just not really going to have anything to say about that song.
No,
Or,
I agree. I don't even know if I know that song.
I mean,
I was so not a Chili Peppers dude.
yeah, I was not much of one, or in relation to people that are. I fall way short. I think I had an album or two, but I don't know particularly why. Um, and in a weird way, even though they like have longevity and have, continued to make music, seemingly like I kind of associate them from this era as like a slightly before that time band that
I agree.
I don't know, like I wasn't really into, and it was kind of just like a kid's a little bit older than me thing maybe, and I just like they just like missed the window for my efforts to dive into them. Or maybe I just didn't really like their sound that much. I don't know.
That
Definitely a
wasn't.
little bit different compared to some of these other groups on
I'd also
here.
say that was. What did you think of like 311 and Sublime?
Um,
Because I think that Southern California sound, that
yeah,
like surfer style of modern rock, was not for us, but it was definitely not for me. I get a feeling that you weren't getting into any of those three bands.
yeah. I mean, I feel like I like for a while, for a brief period of time, like was probably pretty into that Sublime album, but like, yeah, I don't know.
We knew
Never.
people that were really into that stuff.
Yeah. I think I was kind of more like tangentially on the outside of that.
Exactly. I knew it was something I should be associated with. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
Let's move past the Chili Peppers. This is just not piquing our interest.
Yeah. Okay. Not interesting. But we talked about him for I think an acceptable amount of time. I'm a fan of the drummer.
Yeah.
But other than that, Chad. That's right. His name's Chad.
He was a local to our locality.
That's right. So that's another reason I can't get in there anymore.
I think I had a family member who like went to high school with them or something. I don't know. Fascinating.
See, this is this podcast is relevant after all. This talk show has relevancy. You're famous.
Yes.
You had a friend that
That's
went to high school with him.
I really
So
just
it's like
wanted
1
to
degree of
actually
separation.
make that be the 2 hour thing. Was that my uncle? So I don't know if it was my uncle, but I would have just ran with it.
Yeah.
About how he,
I would have heard all about it. Like, tell me the whole story. What was it
Birmingham
like?
Groves with,
we
Chad.
just had a whole Chad. Wait, it's not Chad Kroger though, right?
No, but I keep having that in my mind. So
That's
there's
the guy from Nickelback.
Yes, I mean his name might not be Chad. Maybe
I'm almost sure it's Chad.
It's time to. Sorry. The drummer is Chad Smith. Yes.
Yeah, Chad Smith. Yeah. Looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah. That's how I think of him as well. He spent most of his childhood in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, where he graduated from Lair High School in 1980.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah. I saw a TikTok of him, and he was listening to 30 Seconds to Mars for the first time, and they had removed the drums from it, and they were like, listen to this song you've never heard before, and they removed the drums from it, and they're like, go ahead and start playing the drums to it, and I think he played it like either note for note accurately or better than the original. and like, even like having never heard the song, he knew the moments to like build up and like get ready for the pre-chorus and the chorus and stuff. It was fascinating to watch. And
I'd watch like a whole series of drummers having to do that.
I think that is that TikTok, so I'll send you the like channel. I think it's an ad for a drumming like app, but it doesn't matter because their TikToks are great. And yes, it's often very, very fascinating hearing like drummers just pick it up and like just join into the band and be like, oh my god, this is as good or better than the original. And then I saw a video of the guy from 30 Seconds to Mars watching it, and he was like being like, oh, this is great. You know, Chad Smith's playing my song. He's like making all these faces at it, and Jared Leto's there like making faces as well. But like, I'm not sure he should be so happy about that. Isn't it a little bit of an indictment of his drumming?
No, maybe he was just smiling through the pain.
He's just pumped that Chad Smith was playing his song.
Well, that's good. Yeah, his head was in the right place.
Exactly.
Just happy.
We're still beefy boy. This beefy boy has been making some progress. Have you noticed?
Yeah. Do you want to give an update?
Just a real quick update. Yeah.
Your whereabouts.
We just fought this.
We are about to move into 1996. So
okay, that's a good time to stop for a second.
Good time to stop. Yeah.
We are at the 4th level of the lair. We're gonna go through the rest of the lair here, and then we're going back to the regular dungeon. Those hydras are really, really difficult to kill, and they're kind of a scary part of the game if you don't have a flaming weapon. Because as the lore is understood, you know, when like Hercules or whomever fights the hydra, if you just cut off a head, it just comes back. But if you cut it off with flame, it doesn't come back. So what am I talking about? Who cares? Let's get back to the music.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is, Beefy Boy, he's doing a great job. We're really not in a lot of danger here. And then I'm going to fuck it up and we're all going to go home any second now.
Okay. Which, you know, that's fair if that happens.
Yeah, if that happens, it happens. Everybody's been warned. Go on. So tell me
the songs.
Tell me about the next song in the list.
Okay. So the next song, I remember this song being a really big deal, but never really liked it. We go back to Bush. I feel like that's kind of like peak, like, I don't know, whiny sad rock. But it's Glycerine.
So everybody's first song they learn on the guitar. Did I remember you learning this song on the guitar? I think it's got like 2 chords.
I actually don't think so. But that does that would have been very fitting. After you had gifted me a guitar.
I did. I
taught me to play a little bit, but I don't remember ever actually knowing how to play that song.
Okay, so never mind. It's a lot of people's first song to learn because it's like I think it's got 2 chords and it's you know, easy to sing and get a little bit of emo on it and but overall we already talked about Bush. And so I'm like, wait, you said you like Bush, but this is not your Bush song.
I feel like I didn't like some of their really big hits.
Oh, you're more into the back catalog. What's a Bush song that everybody should know and doesn't give enough respect to? That's got to be on your list of like.
Let's get out in front of this and say, like, I don't know if there's any Bush song that is like, man, that you know,
that's a banger.
This catalog song was like just groundbreaking sonically or something.
That could be the case, though. By the way, Baker, I don't know them well enough to even say.
Well, that's true, and I don't think that I do either. I did not celebrate their entire canon or anything. I mean, I feel like of the songs off that album that were popular, like I was kind of just more into the more fast paced rockiness of like Machine Head. Not that I know if I have even a clue of what that song was actually about or anything. I don't know. I mean, that song just kind of that was just like a good like go to the sporting event and get fired up before the third period.
Totally.
Puck drops or something like that. But I don't know. That's just kind of where my brain goes with that album.
What
was their second
of these
album
songs about? What's Glycerine about?
I don't know.
Could have been easier, but I don't know what could have been easier or what it means.
Gavin Rossdale wrote the song about his then girlfriend, Suze DeMarchi, as stated in an interview with Howard Stern. He wrote it in his London flat, feeling there was an ancient mystical element to the song as it was coming together. It still doesn't really.
That doesn't explain anything. He has no idea what that song's about.
It's about a girl.
That's true. That's what most songs are about.
Many of these songs are. I don't know. I weirdly, this is like one of those moments in the 90s where I owned that CD, 16 Stone, but then I had the tape. I think it was gifted to me by my stepsister of the time of Razorblade Suitcase was their next album.
So
Um,
you went
I think that had
backwards.
Swallowed on it. I kind of like that song.
Swallowed.
Yeah,
I don't even know it. That's awesome. I'm gonna listen to that one.
yeah. It was like they're, they tried to keep it going, and I think they just kind of failed to. But
But that guy
I'm
was
just,
busy
I'm
being
just gonna say
married
it right
to.
now. That song is better than Glycerine.
Oh, there you go.
Take that,
Take that.
Billboard chart.
Take that, Billboard charts. See, Billboard charts make mistakes all the time.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure we'll
they
get to a
missed on
few
that
more.
Bush song. I bet I would have loved it.
Who knows? Watch four more Bush songs come up as I scroll down, but who knows?
All right, what do you got next after Bush?
All right. So next song, it had a couple different. It got interrupted for 1 week, but I'm gonna say that my preliminary analysis is that of all the songs, it spent the most time at number one of any of the ones we've gone to so far.
Okay.
It was number one from December 30th, 1995 through March 16th of 1996, except for 1 week where it was knocked off. It's Oasis's Wonderwall.
Oof.
Which, yeah. I mean, if I think about songs from that era,
if we're thinking about quintessential,
I feel like it's very quintessential.
It is. I
heard we went to a brewery / farm with the children this past weekend, and the old man who was performing. There's always somebody there.
Yeah.
He did a not great rendition of this song. So I have been thinking about it recently. It is very, very, very quintessential.
Yes. People love that band too.
Yeah.
People really got into it.
I did have this album.
Yeah, yeah. I never had this album. This song though is again another one where first songs you learn on guitar, and if you know how to play Wonderwall, you can get laid in the late 90s by playing it by a campfire. So that's important. What's the song about Susan? Don't look back in anger. I like that song better than
that was a favorite of mine. The other Gallagher brother.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done about Wonderwall. I don't know.
Yeah. But I wrote it down on my list of potentially most quintessentials.
That's fair. That's actually the most important point that you've made that has been made about this song. Not anything about it particularly, but that it is potentially the most quintessential.
I think when my list is coming together, it's really just there is no the criteria is there's no criteria.
Yeah,
it's just kind of a feeling.
Something.
Yes. So the song was interrupted for 1 week in March by 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. I was never really a big Smashing Pumpkins guy.
No, me either.
Definitely had their following, and
they were definitely from the previous era, though.
Yeah.
And this 1979 is what you said?
Yeah.
But they were from the previous era. They were hotter in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
When did the Batman with Seal's Kiss from a Rose come out? That also had, I'm fairly sure it also had the Smashing Pumpkins song on it. Or is that? Yeah, it's Batman 3. The one with Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. And it had Kiss from a Rose and the Smashing Pumpkins song. You don't remember this?
Seems like I should.
We should look this up.
I'm doing.
Kiss by a Rose is a good song.
The beginning is the end is the beginning.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah. You don't know that song?
1997.
Oh, it's not. We're not even there yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
feel
like
like
that
this
song.
one has fallen out of my memory.
I bet if you listen to it, you would recognize it.
I would assume with probably any of these songs that I don't remember. Although I don't think I've looked at a certain one where I was like, I do not know that at all.
Totally. So Smashing Pumpkins, not your top cup of tea.
Yeah, just don't have that feeling about
Same,
them. So
same.
you don't make the list, guys.
Some people
Sorry.
love them.
Yeah, fair, and I respect
I
that. But
respect that too. I think
you
that's
know,
a choice.
this never penetrated the northwest suburbs of Detroit, and
Not this
to these
particular
kids,
suburban vehicle.
yeah, must have been a Chicago thing, Chicagoland.
Maybe.
I feel like they have some connection to that area, but I
I
might
think
be
you're right.
making that up.
We're gonna go with that.
And we have you and I have a healthy anti Chicagoland agenda.
That's true.
So
We have a
we love
platform.
it.
We have the microphones.
Michael Jordan, it's not
Oh,
that good.
dude, get out of here with Michael Jordan. I don't want to have that debate right now.
Do
Uh,
feel like at some point, whether it's on this show or not,
we're gonna
I
have a
don't
debate
know.
over whether or not I like
No, no,
Michael
no. I think
Jordan.
we would just have a celebration of like most iconic Detroit professional sports
Professional sports
victories
moments.
of yeah.
If the Lions make the playoffs, I'll have you back on and we'll have that conversation.